Hello, and welcome to an episode of Anime Territory. Is it 75?
77.
77. I was close. I knew it was around 76, but I'm like, surely it's not 76. So it's 77. So welcome to episode 77 of Anime Territory. I'm your host this week, Johnny Ruhal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Benjamin. What's Yamada with you? Or, Benjamin, it was his idea to do this episode, but now I'm stuck hosting, shabbing.
Mm-hmm. I could have hosted.
I offered to host last week's episode so that you would host this one, and you're like, no.
Well, I didn't know that's what you're...
I was just like, this is your idea, so I'm going to let the burden fall on you. But nope, it's fine. It's fine. We're talking about Crunchyroll Best Romance animes. They're nominees. We're going to pick what we think of those 6 shows, what the best romance anime of 2023 was. I don't think I have anything else to throw in outside of it.
Introduce our guest.
I mean, do I need to?
Probably.
This is, okay, well, with us is Dylan. It's been so many months since I've seen him, I was genuinely concerned he was mad at me for some reason. Roewe.
Not mad, just a busy man.
Yeah, I think kids will do that. And I don't know. It just seems like every time we're doing D&D, you're like, no, I'm out of town, or I'm on call, or I have a darts tournament.
So you guys always ask on the worst weekend.
Well, I ask on the weekends that Ben doesn't work. So take it up with Ben.
Oh, man.
I haven't asked in a while, to be fair, because it's not worth it.
Yeah,
everybody's going to say no.
So the funny part about doing this podcast episode, too, you'd ask me what, last week, or...
I asked you 3 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah. Whenever you ask me, I'm like, okay, I'll do it Thursday that week. And then we were approaching this week. And
I guess that conversation was... I just said, you need to be ready sometime in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And then last week we were like, okay, hey, we need to pick a day.
Gotcha. Yeah, so last week when I was picking a day, I was all like, well, we're busy on Monday nights, we're busy on Tuesday nights, we're busy on Wednesday nights. I'm like, that really just kind of leaves Thursday and Friday, so Thursday's probably our best day. So I told them, let's just shoot for Thursday. That'll be the best day for me. And then I was progressing through my week. Forgot I was leaving for vacation on Thursday, so I was all like, hey, how about Wednesday?
You're not going to invite us on vacation with you?
Wow.
See where we rank.
Those destination podcasts.
We've done one of those. We didn't record it at our destination, but we went camping for a podcast.
Where did we record it?
We went camping. So I guess I should list the contenders here. So the 2023 Crunchyroll Best Romance nominees are Tomo-chan is a Girl? What? Insomniacs After School, My Love Story with Yamada at level 999, Horimiya Missing Pieces, My Happy Marriage, and Skip and Loafer, which, confusingly enough, 2 of these shows are not available on Crunchyroll.
Correct. That is
which,
weird.
I guess that's big of them, right? They're not just nominating their own stuff, so...
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. My Happy Marriage is a Netflix show, so this is part of our great Netflix era. I know we kind of stopped that after 2 Netflix shows, but this counts. Mm-hmm. We just took a break from the great Netflix era. And Insomniacs After School is in High Dive, which I paid for a year subscription for, so hopefully we'll get something out of it. Now, with the main reason we invited Dylan on, because you have not seen all 6 of these shows.
Correct.
We had seen
3 of them.
3 of these shows. And we're like, well, we should just go ahead and watch the other 3 and do it. But one of those shows is Horimiya Missing Pieces. And you have said for a long time that if we ever do Horimiya, you wanted to be on that episode.
Correct.
So this is sort of us doing Horimiya. I don't know how much of a Horimiya episode this is going to be, but we can dedicate a big chunk of time to it if you want.
It doesn't have to be a huge amount of time because...
It's not Horimiya is not one of the contenders. Horimiya Missing Pieces is one of the
contenders. And that's where I have a strong disgruntlement, I guess I would
also,
call
it doesn't help that Ben hasn't seen Horimiya.
Yeah, I have only seen Missing Pieces. Let me tell you, there's still some missing pieces.
Like putting together a puzzle with just the lost pieces.
Luckily, I had Johnny to tell me everything that was happening.
I'm like, yeah, by this point, they fucked.
I'm sorry, what?
They're together at this point. He cut his hair. I can tell. I don't know what... There were times when I'm like, I don't remember exactly when they fucked, so I don't know if we're pre or post fuck, but there are definitely times when I'm like, oh yeah, they're post fuck here. So I want to get Ben's opinion on Horimiya Missing Pieces to start us out with our talks here.
Very short description is, I liked it. Makes me want to watch Horimiya.
Yeah.
There's some things that are wrong, or not wrong, but...
Yeah, so I would not recommend anybody do what you did.
Yeah, watch Horimiya first. Don't do what I did.
Though it is funny that you did that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in for a
I
gag,
committed
do
to
it.
the bit.
You want to go more in length? I mean, like, I can tell you what my problems with Horimiya Missing Pieces are.
No, I don't think I have the context of...
So my problems are just
so go ahead.
that it's not a sequel and it's not a standalone. It's just sort of a, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, you want what was cut out of the manga to shorten down the anime into one season? Here it is as random sketches. There's not a lot of interconnected story there.
Okay.
It's just kind of giving you slice of life moments and maybe some dramatic moments for characters.
Yeah, no. That's essentially that. I see. That's the thing. I don't even want to call it a season because it was garbage. Hot take.
I liked it. I thought it was cute.
I know. So I've been on this podcast before, and on my introduction to this podcast episode, we went over how I'm a much bigger manga reader than I am an anime watcher. So I read this 9 years ago, probably, give or take, roughly. It was in high school, and it was great. I've probably read it 6 or 7 times since then. Also, it's one of my. It's kind of like, you know, it's a comfort manga.
Yeah, you really go back to it because you're like, I know what's going to happen.
Good. And then watching the show, the standalone first season, I'm like, the stuff they cut out a lot of the spicy stuff, which was kind of made me sad. But it's still it's good because there's a lot less of the fluff in there that you really didn't need in the manga. But then they put in the second pieces into its own after season, whatever continuation of the. You don't need that. It was fine as it was. Leave it alone. It ended on an okay note.
There's a reason they took it out.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So here's my counter argument here. You don't need to watch Missing Pieces.
Correct.
You can just watch Missing Pieces isn't harming season 1.
I agree. It's not harming.
It's just adding more stuff. So if somebody like
what if
me,
somebody like really did a deep cut and did just like added everything from Missing Pieces into the first season to
inappropriate places? They did a one pace.
Yeah,
they followed them
chronologically.
Did it? I mean, it'd probably be better. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, it's just it is off-putting to just be like, okay, this is just not a typical story structure anime. This is just, hey, here's these characters, and if you're already familiar with them, like me, I rewatched Horimiya season 1 before I watched Missing Pieces because it had been since it came out, since I had seen it, and I hadn't reread the manga 6 times. To be honest, I've not read the manga for this one, because the first season is like, yeah, that's like the end of the manga. I'm assuming it doesn't go into like college years or anything. Ends at graduation.
I gotta think back and remember. Pretty sure it does.
Anyway, I was like, yeah, it's a complete story. And I read like, oh, they cut out some stuff, but that's fine because I didn't know what that stuff was. I don't necessarily miss it. Yeah. I'll be honest, I've got some problems with season 1 too. Mainly that it becomes less about Hori and Miyamura and it becomes more about the side characters. And it's just like, okay, but I want to see them together. This time around, I felt like they were still around quite a bit. I didn't feel that much as well as I did the first time watching. I was like, oh, it really just became about these like 4 other characters.
They did that in the first season too?
Yeah. Where it's just like, it was like Hori and Miyamura get together in like episode 5 in Horimiya. Because that's like when her dad comes home and he's like, what is this, your boyfriend? And she's like, yeah.
What is this, your boyfriend?
Oh, okay. The actual...
Like 5 or 6.
Officially, yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying, yeah. But,
and then, like, they have sex in, like, episode 8.
You don't know that. You insinuate that. But if you read the manga, yes, they do. But
I mean, the after credits scene, she's like he's like shirtless in her bed, and she's like, "I bit the back of your neck, so you can't cut your hair short, because then people will see the mark I left on you." And you're like, "Hori's a little kinky." She's what I call a sadomaso switch.
What?
She switches between sadist and masochist.
Oh, okay.
Because she's very much a sadist in her day-to-day life, but she really, really wants, for whatever reason, to be yelled at and slapped.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It's a little uncomfortable.
I didn't like
And that's what Miyamura's, he's pretty uncomfortable with it too. It's like, I really don't want to do this, but she really loves it when I do it.
I didn't like the teacher either.
Yeah.
which one, the pervert? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
What other teacher was there? There was a female teacher in Missing
I'll say
Pieces.
that female teacher, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think she was in
not the
season
first season?
1. If so, not a lot.
Oh, there's that one guy with glasses. He seemed pretty cool.
I don't know who that guy is. He's just another teacher in the background.
No, he had like the lab coat. He kept losing the keys.
Oh, that guy. Nah, fuck that guy.
The guy likes keys. I dig that.
No, he likes losing keys, Ben. He's your
Oh,
he's
yeah,
your
you're
antithesis.
right. Antithesis.
He keeps getting keys and losing them.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel like for me, Horimiya Missing Pieces is just like, oh, it's just I got to spend more time with the characters I like, and like I know how the show goes, so it's not like, you know, like you said, it's sort of comforting and being like, oh yeah, everything will be fine, everything will be all right in the end. Trademark Weezer.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie to you. I watched the first episode of Missing Pieces, the 6th episode, and the last episode, because I was all like, is this really just the stuff from the manga they didn't include in the show? As I was watching the episodes, I'm like, yeah, this is literally just, okay.
Well, yeah, but I knew that.
Unorganized.
I knew that going in, and I'm just like, I don't know, this is kind of adorable.
They had a ball sports episode.
They did have a
They
ball
did have
sports
ball
episode.
episode.
Ben loves when there's a ball sports tournament. I just love that they call it a ball sports tournament and a lot of official subtitles.
It was a lot of running in this ball sports tournament.
Yeah,
Are you talking about the sports festival? Because
I
that's
think
a
it was.
different thing than the
The
ball.
sports festival, I call it the ball sports.
No, a ball sports tournament is something different. They have a tournament with ball sports. Like volleyball and basketball.
and dodgeball. Well, I guess
Different.
dodgeball is a different show. Do that. A different show we're covering later.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, is that all we want to say about Horimiya? We might never talk about it on the show again.
That's true. I mean, it's worth the read.
I mean, I'll
Much
watch
more
Horimiya.
worth the read than it is the watch, in my opinion. I don't think the watch gives you all the feels that the read actually gives you. But
I think the watch is good, though. As a
I
watch
think-
only,
I
I think it's
the
good.
watch is.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
the watch is
obviously,
solid.
I don't know what I'm missing.
As
except
somebody
for
who had
pieces.
absolutely no context, well, that was pretty fun.
I do want to point out that there is a background track that plays in Horimiya, both regular Horimiya and Missing Pieces, that when it starts out, I feel like, is that the Austin Powers theme song in the background?
I don't hear it.
It's there. It's there. Trust me.
Okay.
I got a video of it that's not going to play well on mic, but damn it, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, because you don't care.
Yep, I don't care.
All right. Help if your volume was up.
Hold up.
Is this maybe reversed?
Well, they do the first part of it sounds more like it, and then the second part they start out and then they go down instead of up. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to go and try to find the Austin Powers theme song because I had that one saved on my phone because I recorded it. And I'm not going to go try to find the right Austin Powers theme song, but it was the boo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo. And then on the second one, they go boo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo. They go down on it. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm a trained musical professional.
But no, that is exactly what it does, too. It's just pitched differently. I mean,
yeah. Okay, so that's my last thing I want to say about Horimiya. I think Missing Pieces, if you watch all of it, it's just spending time with your friends that you miss. Oh, there's my buddies.
There's that one guy. And that other guy I don't know.
He doesn't want to go swimming.
And that girl. Apparently she likes him, but he likes somebody else. And she likes somebody else.
And he likes somebody else.
Ben was really attracted to Sakura. The green-haired...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The green-haired girl.
Sakura's great.
Short hair glasses.
She's great.
Oh, yes. We do have to mention what Missing Pieces gives us that the original Horimiya does not.
Does this happen in the manga?
Does she get a haircut? She gets short hair in the manga?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which we need to have this conversation, Dylan. Where do you fall on the anime girl short hair spectrum? You for it or against it?
I'm not against it. Not. But I do prefer long.
And it was your idea.
There's so many better waifus with long hair than short hair. It's just not debatable.
17 of them.
Right here and now. I can't just name 17 off the top
well,
of my
then you
head.
lose. That's alright. Point is invalid.
I don't think I can name 17. Yuki Nagito, Haruhi Suzumiya, way better with short hair. Any Ghibli protagonist.
Ghibli protagonist is correct.
Especially when they cut their hair. Anna, way better haircut than Marnie. I'll say it right now.
As far as like non-Ghibli characters are concerned, you look at like Hinata from Naruto, and Boruto, she's got short hair, and Naruto, she's got long hair. Looks much better with long hair than she does with short hair.
No, Naruto, she's got short hair, and Naruto Shippuden, she's got long hair.
Okay, sorry.
Get your facts straight.
Sorry, excuse me.
Y'all are a bunch of nerds.
You're right.
Is that the pink hair bitch?
No,
that's Sakura.
Damn.
Sakura cuts her hair too, though.
Yes.
She goes from long to short.
Again, good example. Better with long.
She was better with long, but she's got a bad forehead. I'm sorry, I'll say it. Sakura fans come at me. She's got a big forehead.
Ino Yakamaka, again, better with long hair than short. Granted, both kind of suck, but better with long than short.
Yeah. Almost every time anime girl cuts her hair, worth it.
It's like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Just, she did it! She did it!
She cut the hair! I thought you were going to say... It's like Leonardo DiCaprio. You won't date her if she's over 25 centimeters of hair. Okay.
She did the thing.
Short-haired anime girls. Whew. Sorry, I got a bit bothered. I got a bit hot and bothered there. I had to take my sweatshirt off.
All right. No time for a break.
Okay.
So that was
next show we want to talk about is the only other show that Dylan watched on this list, which is Tomo-chan is a girl?
What?
Dylan, I texted you saying, I think you'd like Tomo-chan. Did you watch it because of that text? Or did you already seen it?
No, I watched it because I'm like, man, because just hearing Tomo, I'm like, man, that sounds familiar. I'm like,
I'm sure you read the manga.
The manga that I've read. And as soon as I saw the picture, I'm like, yep, I've read that.
It's a very popular manga.
And I was all like, well, now that I know I've read this and I love this manga, I didn't know there was a show. I gotta watch the show. And it did not disappoint.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. Stayed pretty true to the manga as well. And I enjoyed every second of that show.
Tomo-chan's got short hair.
She does. Wish she had longer, though.
She can also beat us up.
She can. That's a big one in my book. Give me a girl that can protect me.
But also hurt me.
I'm fine with either. Okay. No, I love Tomo-chan. This is definitely a contender. There's one other show on this list that I think is a contender for my best romance. Tomo-chan is what I voted for, because at the time of watching this, I had only seen at the time of voting, I'd only seen Tomo-chan, Skip and Loafer, and My Love Story with Yamada. And I like My Love Story with Yamada, and I like Skip and Loafer. Tomo-chan is just... There's a quality to it that's just like, yes. I can see why this was a popular manga.
It's funny.
Yes, it's very funny.
I will drop a hint of the shows I've not watched on this list. There's also one more of these shows that I've read the manga for that I have not yet watched the show.
Okay. Do you want to just say it now and we can go to it?
It's My Love Story.
Okay.
Okay.
My Love Story with Yamada at level 999.
Yep.
I watched this show. We did an episode on this show. I think I gave it like a 7 at most.
So that's the thing. I don't really remember the manga that well, but I'm really good at remembering like the cover pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as I see a cover picture to a manga, like how they display them all on manga sites and stuff. I looked at it, I'm like, I know I've read this. So I started kind of briefing through the chapters, and I was all like, I don't really remember this one though.
I think it was good.
Like,
I think
I
you'd like
remember
it.
Enjoying it.
It's not quite spicy,
No.
and it's not all like wholesome fluff.
Yeah.
I feel, and I'm going off of my ass and going out of my ass. What is the phrase here? Pulling this out of my ass right
Something
now.
like that, yeah.
Because I don't really remember it. It's like I said, I actually listened to our episode on this a couple of days ago, but I've slept since then. My grandpa died recently. I'm kind of all over the place right now. And I remember liking it, but not like being like, this is great. If Tomo-chan is an 8 or a 9, then My Love Story is like a 7 or a 6. Yeah.
That's where That's where I put the manga too.
It's just like, this is the kind of shit that is like my bread. It's like, yeah. Put this on a week. This comes out every week. Hell yeah, I'm watching that every week. Which reminds me, there's a new bottom tier character Tomozaki-kun episode out today. And we just jumped straight to Parks and Rec this afternoon, so I forgot to watch it.
See, the whole romance category as far as manga and anime is concerned, once you jump down the rabbit hole, it's very hard to escape the hole.
Oh, yeah.
And they all start slamming into your head, and you're remembering bits and pieces of every single one that you've ever read. Like, which one did this go to?
What are these characters' names?
Exactly.
I recognize what they look like, and I read manga for this, so I should really know their names.
And a lot of these shows have the same premise and storylines, kind of.
Exactly.
So it's just like...
They're all kind of like, they just mash together, and it's like they were good. Like, this is the kind of stuff I enjoy, so like, it's...
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I was pretty lonely and sad my first semester of college. My only girlfriend I've ever had was like, hey, we shouldn't be dating anymore. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just watch a shit ton of romance anime this year and try not to text her when I'm lonely.
Wow.
And I could say it's been several years since I've texted her. So
Good for you.
yeah. I wonder, she doing good? You know, you were friends with her.
I have not talked to her in several years as well.
Trying to go down a rabbit hole.
Anyway, romance anime just makes me feel good.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, but it's like a drug.
That's what
I need more of it. And its effects lessen over time because I started with some really potent shit. And then it's like, oh man, I went from Toradora to Infinite Stratos. Fuck this shit. Give me season 2 of that. Is season 2 of that out? Okay. I'll watch 5 episodes of it. This is not good. Why did I watch season 1 of this?
I get to the point where I'm just waiting for the specific episodes. I'm like, so where's the beach episode? Where's the culture festival? When's the sports ball / track sports episode?
Yeah.
Where's the camping episode? Where's the river episode?
Where's the beach episode?
Yeah, river. We need to have this discussion. Are river episodes the same as beach episodes?
No, totally different.
Or are they the same as camping episodes? A lot of times they're also camping episodes.
I'll say a lot of the times they go together, but I would say they're separate.
Okay, are pool episodes the same as beach episodes?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not
but we can agree.
Again, similar. But...
We can agree that river episodes, pool episodes, beach episodes, all swimsuit episodes.
Okay.
So you may get a show that has one or two of them, but not all three.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's agreeable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they fill the similar slot of, hey, you know all these characters? Well, here they are with swimsuits. I think How to Raise a
did not disappoint.
I think How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend had a hotel room pool episode at one point.
Interesting.
Okay, so now we're going into the part of the episode where we have to make or break. We kind of already talked about Yamada, so we skipped ahead and we talked about Yamada. I'll just cross that off here real quick. So now we're at the part of the episode where we tell you whether or not it's worth it for you to watch Insomniacs After School, Skip and Loafer, and My Happy Marriage. Mm-hmm. And the answer in that order are definitely, sure, and no.
Yes.
So let's start with Insomniacs After School. This is the one we watched most recently. Mm-hmm. We watched it all in one sitting, basically. We might have gotten up to go to the bathroom or get snacks or something. It's definitely one day. Mm-hmm. Available on High Dive. I paid for a year of High Dive so we could watch it.
To be fair, like a 13-episode season's only, 4.5 hours?
Yeah, it's not much. It's doable. Mm-hmm. But like when we watched Horimiya Missing Pieces, we did it in 2 nights. But it was also like, it wasn't a Saturday. It was hey, we should watch this. And then I think that was movie night. So Brock came over and we're like, okay, well that was a good like stopping point so that we'd be like halfway through and then it wouldn't feel like a drag. Because we also watched My Happy Marriage in one sitting.
That was a mistake. Maybe not, because
we did get through it. We didn't have to drag it out to 2 days. So, Insomniacs After School, what I knew about this show going into it was like, oh, boy and a girl both have insomnia, and then, like, after school, they hang out and take naps together. And I'm like, that sounds like some good shit.
Right.
That sounds like something I would watch. And there's a little bit of that.
Like the first episode? No, it's sprinkled in.
Yeah, it's sprinkled in. But it's really more just about, like, hey, why don't we have this sort of burgeoning relationship and they form an astronomy club?
I'm going to give you the basic plot. Is these 2 students have insomnia. There's an old abandoned observatory at this school. And the girl goes there to like take naps during school because she has insomnia, so she can't sleep at night.
She doesn't want people to worry about her either, so she hides it.
So one day the guy goes up there to look for boxes, realize, hey, this is some good napping spots. Finds her, she wakes up, whatever, they meet, and then they're like, hey, we should start this super awesome like night adventure club.
It's just like, we have insomnia anyway, let's wander around town and have fun.
Also, let's decorate this observatory to make it more home, like
comfortable so we can take naps.
They're immediately caught by a teacher.
The teacher's like, are you guys having sex in this room? She's like, I'll just ask straight up. Are you using this room for
we're
sex?
Sleeping. But she's like, you can't do that. I'm going to cover for you, though. Let's say you're starting an astronomy club so you can use this place.
I'll see if the principals are like, yeah, we were wanting people to go, like, that big telescope we have takes a lot of maintenance. So if you can join it, if you can make an astronomy club, that really helps us out. Cause
has 2 members.
Nice.
They get help from a former student who's now owns or runs it.
Yeah, she's arcade. Like a manager. I don't think she owns it, but she runs like an arcade in some boonies somewhere. But she's just like super into astral photography.
So it's not even an astronomy club; it's an astrophotography club. But it's great.
It is amazing.
Now the toss up between if I'll watch it, if I'll read it, or both.
I would say watch it then read it, because a lot of the show is about, hey, this would make a really fucking good picture. And while that can come across in manga, I think the colors do it justice.
Yeah.
And then, so Insomniacs After School.
Show's great. Love the story. right blend of romance with a sprinkling of drama, and you understand why they like each other.
Yes.
The romance is very natural.
Yes.
It's good shit.
And she's got a bitchy friend. That's always a plus. That hates the dude.
And a sporty friend with short hair.
Yeah. Muscle head friend with short hair and a tan. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I got all bothered again. And you like her because she plays softball, which is like girls' baseball.
It's like baseball for girls.
What is it? We watched Parks and Rec, and they said something about. It's like, oh yeah, I played softball, and it's like, no way, I played baseball, which is like softball for boys.
That's
which is just like, that's a great way of putting it. So yeah, you should definitely watch Insomniacs after school. I kind of want to rewatch it. I might go read manga.
I'd watch it again, but not right now.
I don't know if it actually is a manga or not.
Okay,
you looked it up? Yeah. Okay.
Because I went through the whole list. Have I read this? Have I read this? Have I read this?
Okay. So now let's talk about Skip and Loafer, which I really like, but I think I would give it like a 7. I would not give it a 6.
Skip and Loafer is a different vibe.
Yeah, Skip and Loafer is very... there's some drama in Skip and Loafer.
See, it's not an issue with the show, it's an issue with this category. I don't think there's a lot of romance in it.
This is true. It's like...
It's more slice of life.
And there's hints of like, okay, these people definitely like each other, but it's not about that yet. And it feels like it's going towards that. Which is a problem with a lot of one-season animes, is that if they don't adapt the whole thing, if they don't Horimiya and cut out a bunch of stuff, then you're going to be left mid, like, okay, the real spicy stuff is going to be, down the road here. Like...
I hate when shows don't get season 2s.
Yeah, it sucks. But, good excuse to go read manga.
Exactly.
Oh, you want to hear my brief summary?
Sure.
Country girl moves to big city to go to school. She wants to work in government like Leslie Knope.
True.
Befriends the popular but distant boy. And then it's a slice of life about her life and her struggles of high school. And the dramas of high school.
Yeah.
That's really familiar. I've probably read it.
There's the boy is hiding the fact that he used to be a child actor.
Yeah.
And there's a sort of famous teen actress or model that he was friends with, and he pressured her into going to a beer drinking party when they were in middle school, and that scandalized her for a bit. But our main character girl is just so naive is sort of the right word.
No, I definitely
pure.
I would have remembered this picture. I definitely have not read it. But...
It's cute. It's very cute anime. But again, it's you want romantic developments. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Don't go in for the romance. It's more nice fluff with a tint of they might have feelings for each other. And they kind of have to navigate life first. The biggest what do you call that? Chemistry is this nerdy girl and the beauty girl, right?
Yeah, kind of.
That was their ship?
I think so.
There's a popular girl and the nerdy girl, and they have chemistry.
There's also a really beautiful girl that is shy too.
Is there?
Yeah, because they're the popular girl is very much I wish I looked like her, and she's very much I am uncomfortable around boys because they're always hitting on me.
I don't remember that one.
God, still, this sounds... I swear I've read this.
I don't know. She lives with her aunt, who's a transgender woman. Does that ring any bells?
That part doesn't, but about every other thing you've said just rings
Well, I think a
bells.
lot of stuff that we said is...
I don't know.
Again, going back to that, you're probably pulling from 3 different things.
Her aunt becomes best friends with one of her classmates.
Yeah, her
That's
aunt.
Kind of cool.
Her aunt is best friends with the popular girl.
Yeah,
it's don't hold into your feeling or hold don't hold back or something. I don't know. I don't remember that dynamic exactly, but she was definitely hey, you can do this.
To do the Sound of Music.
I don't know what you mean by that.
In their culture.
Oh, that's
festival.
right. Yeah,
The Sound of Music.
They put on that.
They don't
play.
call it that though, because that's not what it. I don't think that's what it's called.
Yeah, they do not call it that because that would be copyright. But I think Skip and Loafer is worth checking out.
Yeah.
Now, how did this get on the list? My Happy Marriage is the last one that we're going to talk about today.
It's that thing Netflix does with the Oscars. They just super
push it,
promote it. They're like, put this in. We'll give
come
you
on,
money.
Crunchyroll, come on. I mean, like, I would give it a 6, I guess.
I give it like a
At
5,
most.
5.5.
Yeah, 5.5 sounds right. It's just, first of all, it lies to you. There's no marriage.
There's no marriage.
There's
not
betrothal.
There's not a lot of happy in it either.
Yeah, she's very depressed.
Yeah.
She's had a shitty life.
She likes the guy, but her life sucks.
And, like, it became more about the supernatural stuff than we wanted. First episode, no supernatural stuff. Second episode, hey, we're going to put you to this test, and can you see spirits or not? No? Well, fuck, you're useless to me as a daughter.
Now I'm just going to shun you and emotionally abuse you.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, wait, there's supernatural in this shit?
They call them,
there's
evil spirits. They call them grotesqueries.
And some people have superpowers, and some people just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And some people have superpowers that only work on people with superpowers. Like, oh yeah, no, our family's stuff is we don't fight people with we don't need to be able to see grotesqueries because our powers are not designed to fight them. They're designed to fight people with powers, designed to fight grotesqueries. Like, whatever.
It just sounds terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if it's just like we really weren't feeling it and we forced ourselves to watch all of it. I think there are parts that are fine. I think it goes down after the first arc. The first arc is better than the second arc.
Yeah, once he burns the house,
yeah,
it's just whatever. It's nobody cares. I don't know. It's just that supernatural just took me out of it.
And, yeah, you were very much like, fuck, I'm gonna hate all this stuff. The supernatural.
It's like, oh, okay, she's this again, emotionally abused, like lonely girl, is betrothed to this other like apparently mean and like what is it?
Cold,
harsh general. It's like, okay, that could be something. They could like just start liking each other. Nah, they're fighting ghosts. He has superpowers. She can inception people. It's just whatever. I don't care about this.
So I think it's gonna be obvious how I think Ben and I are gonna have very similar rankings of these shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna assume your number 6 is also My Happy Marriage.
Yep.
I'm going to say your number 5, just for the fact that it's missing a bunch. Is Horimiya Missing Pieces?
No, I actually put Skip and Loafer.
You put Skip and Loafer at 5.
Just because of the romance. I'm ranking the romances. There's just not enough in there to justify.
Because I think I like Skip and Loafer more than I like My Love Story with Yamada at level 999.
I think I do too, but I'm ranking romances, and I just don't think there's enough.
My Love Story with Yamada at level 999 has a romance in it.
Yeah. It's a romance.
See, I don't know where to put Horimiya Missing Pieces. I just don't know where to put it.
I put it at 3.
Okay.
Again, I liked it. Again, I just didn't have any context to it, though, so.
That's fair.
So really, let's just... Number 1 and number 2, and I'm not going to say which is which, it's got to be Tomo-chan and Insomniacs, correct?
Yes, those are the...
It's just a matter of which we put first.
Yes.
And this is really hard because they're very different shows. They got super different vibes.
I have a clear one.
I think Tomo-chan as a girl is number 1.
I think it's Insomniacs.
And I was so close to saying that, I hadn't made up my mind until I said mine out loud. Mm-hmm. So, that's anything.
I'm going to have to watch Insomniacs just to be the tiebreaker on this. But Tomo-chan, it's really good.
It's also been a while since I've seen Tomo-chan, so it's hard to, like, okay, I know it's good, but just how good is it when I've got recency bias of like, but man, Insomniacs After School was great.
See, I have a recency bias on Tomo-chan right now because I literally watched the whole thing today.
Today?
So...
Oh, man. I like anime. Every once in a while, it's worth it.
Every once in a while. But yeah, Insomniacs After School is my pick.
That's fair. So we'll see what wins. It's going to be Tomo-chan will win the Crunchyroll Awards. Not enough people have High Dive.
That's true.
Tomo-chan was a really popular manga and was super hyped up.
I think it's going to be My Happy Marriage. Netflix is going to buy the vote.
I don't see what's stopping them.
What was your rating for Insomniacs? Because we never discussed it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 at least.
I don't see.
8.5.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8. Yeah. It could be higher.
Yeah, but I think I'd give Tomo-chan a 9 is the thing. So
Let's see. Nah.
I don't
So
know.
Tomo-chan had like 7.5.
See, I'm with you on that one. I put Tomo-chan right up there about a 9. It's one of my favorite romances that I've read or watched.
Interesting.
See, and I feel like if I give something a 9, it's really, really, really got to stand out. And it's hard for stuff to do that when I've seen so much stuff.
Right.
Especially so much romance stuff. It's just like, okay, there's some really good stuff in that, but I think that might only bring me to an 8.
But to be fair, Tomo-chan, in my opinion, it does stand out a lot more than a lot of the romances I've consumed.
That's just because it's a little bit more of a different vibe than most.
Yeah, it's because it's set up just slightly. It's different enough to where it's not the same plot, I guess, in fashion. I don't know how I'm trying to describe what I am trying to describe.
Yeah, they don't necessarily go through the same story beats.
Yes. Although you still got your beach episode.
Yeah.
You get a beach episode.
I mean, we're not cavemen telling stories here. They know what makes a story. Shakespeare said there were only 3 stories written. Something, each episode.
There's only 3 stories told. There's a beach episode, school festival episode,
sports ball tournament episode.
Sports ball tournament episode.
And it has all 3 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our talking romance picks. Maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we'll pick a different category. I'll be honest with you, the Crunchyroll categories, there's a lot of stuff I hadn't seen this year. So
there's a couple we could have picked, but I figured romance would be.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we've
seen 3 of these. You're the romance expert.
I don't know if I'd say that.
We need to do this again when Anime of the Year is up for discussion and Solo Leveling inevitably wins it.
Yeah, you
That'd
keep
be
saying
next
that.
year?
It will. 100% guaranteed. So good. So good.
You know, we went to St. Louis to visit some friends, and our friend Matt was like, been watching Solo Leveling. I'm like, of course you have, Matt. Of course you have. That was that same day that we saw that guy that looked like you.
And you didn't take a picture.
No,
that'd be weird.
It would be weird.
Dude, he looked just like you. It was crazy.
They only saw one. I think there was 2 or 3 other people that looked like you too, but maybe they just looked like that guy. And they were wearing the same type of plaid button-up shirt.
Yeah. He looked just like him.
It was weird. Maybe a little taller.
Short hair or long hair, Dylan?
Short hair,
Short
Dylan.
hair, Dylan. Mm-hmm. Dylan's got long hair now.
Yeah.
A little longer.
You look at Ben's hair, though.
True.
Longer than my hair.
Well, I can't grow my hair like Ben grows, because mine grows out into an afro, then actually goes lengthwise, and it's frustrating.
I'm waiting for my Ghibli moment. I'm going to shoot it off.
He's going to have a dramatic moment and cut his hair. And fall in love with a boy at a sky castle.
What's the other one? Why else did they cut their hairs? Does it happen in Natsuka?
Does Kiki cut her hair?
No, it's Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie cuts her hair, but why?
That's the question. We just watched these.
Oh! she needs to feed her hair braid to Calcifer.
Yeah. That's it. That's what's gonna happen. I gotta feed my hair to Calcifer.
I'll go start a fire in the fireplace. Dylan's here in case there's a gas leak.
Well, I'm not the best person to have here for a gas leak per se. I can fix them once they are found, but.
Well, it's just you helped us start up the fire once, and you show me what to do, and then the next day I tried to start up the fire, and what you did didn't work. Oh. And it's like, it's not sticking. So I'm like, well, fuck. So I gave up. Because I don't want to accidentally tell it to turn on the gas, and I can't get it to turn off, and I can't get it to light. So, no fire for me. Again. That's fine, though. We really don't need it. I don't want to end this episode because then Dylan's going to go home to his family.
True.
It's fine. You can show him the list we have in the garage.
Oh, yeah. We can show you our rules for movie night. We came up with complicated sets of rules to make sure that Brock doesn't keep picking movies.
Is it Dibstitution? Is it posted out there as
well? No. That's a good idea, though. Ooh. Put the Dibstitution up on one of my marker boards.
We first got to make the Dibstitution.
Yeah. We could use one of our marker boards to make it.
Okay, I think you're in the episode now.
All right. You can find us on YouTube as Anime Territory. I think there's a couple of things called Anime Territory. It's a good name. I don't blame people for taking it. Look for a picture of a cityscape. That's our logo. You can find us on pretty much any podcast platform. Yep. We're hosted on Spotify, so specifically there, for sure. Things may change in other places, but you can follow us on X, and I really hate saying X. You can follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, just say Twitter.
As anime_territory. I check that occasionally. Tweet at us. And I'll DM you, and you can give me your address, and I'll mail you a sticker. I got a bunch of stickers. Dylan, you want stickers?
I still got a lot of stickers from the last time.
You want to just put them in places when you go on vacation?
You just randomly slap it on.
Yeah, I went on vacation and gave my sticker to somebody. I'm like, thanks for spending the day with me. Here's a sticker.
Wow.
Anyway, you're now leaving the anime territory.
Goodbye.
Peace out.